Okay, I think I'm live now. I'm not sure. Uh, this I still am below 500 subscribers, so YouTube is limiting me to 15 minutes. So yesterday, while I was talking about what to expect in orientation, um, I got cut off right in the middle of it. I was kind of having a conversation with another Crete driver that had come on the channel, and um, he is currently running loads for the dedicated routes for Walmart in North Platte, Nebraska. I did a month of that back last summer, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Just North Dakota, South Dakota, uh, it's beautiful up there. It's just absolutely beautiful. Nebraska, they went over into Iowa, they went down into Missouri, they went down into Kansas, even went over into Colorado um, from that North Platte distribution center. Your average run is going to be somewhere around 500 miles, so uh, it's they give you plenty of miles. It's you go out loaded and you deliver your loads to as many as three different stops. I've never had more than three, but they pay you $15 for every stop, including the first one. So that's if there's three stops, that's 15, 30, $45 you've made just from the stop, plus all of the mileage and everything. They pay you loaded, both loaded and empty. So you go out loaded, you turn around and come back empty. Uh, it's all paid with with North Platte and with the Cheyenne. If you go out there and tell them that you don't run this time or you don't run that time, and you don't want to run on the weekend, and you don't want to run with refrigerated loads, you're going to be miserable. You're absolutely going to be miserable, and you're not going to like it. I go out there and tell them I will pull anything that'll hook to my truck. If I can legally drag it down the highway, I will drag it. So uh, anyway, with I'm kind of getting off here, but with the Cheyenne, it's the same way out there. Plus, they're paying 6 cents a mile extra on top of that. I don't know how long that'll last, but right now they're paying 6 cents a mile on top of everything else that you get. Um, your normal surge pay, plus your regular pay, plus the $15 for every stop. You'll make a lot of money out there. Those guys running the Cheyenne, they're all making over 100 grand a year. So now you got to want to work anyway. Getting back to what to expect after you get on your own, the first thing that Crete does differently than anybody else that I have run up on is when they give you your load, they're going to tell you how many full miles and how many empty miles it is. So you'll know about when you're going to be starting on your empty miles. Empty miles is between where you got empty and where you're going to pick up at. Uh, but you can know based on how many miles you drive a day. Now, if you're one of the guys that only drives 400 miles a day, then you can figure 400, however many miles it is divided by 400. That's how long it's going to take you to deliver this load. Um, Crete lets you tell them when are you going to be available again. So generally, I know about how long it's going to be between when I pick up or when I get empty, adding the empty miles and the full miles together, how long that is, how many miles it is, divided by how many miles I drive a day. I can tell you just about when I'm going to make that delivery. They want you to give 2 hours on top of that. So let's say that I make a delivery at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. They want me to say 6 o'clock is when I'm going to be ready again. That way they won't schedule me to do another pickup too quickly. Um, it may only take me 20 minutes to do a drop and hook, or it may take me the full 2 hours to do a drop and hook. Either way, it gives me a little bit of cushion. If I'm a little bit later than I thought getting there, or you understand. So that's one of the things that CRETE does differently, and it's up to you as a driver. You're in control of that. So they don't control that. When they give you a load, it's not forced. Uh, uh, what do you call it? Dispatch. It's not forced dispatch. So if they give you a load that for some particular reason that you can't do, or it's going to be too long. In other words, I deliver a load at 4 o'clock this afternoon, and I'm available at 4 o'clock, and they don't give me a load that loading until tomorrow. Another load that's 20 miles away loading at 4 o'clock the next day. That's 24 hours that's wasted. So I can turn that down. Just whenever you turn something down, you have to give them a reason for it. And non-productive, just tell them it's non-productive, and they'll find you something else. Okay, let's see what else we can find. A lot of times it's you get to figuring that, hey, wait a minute, they're giving me this load, but I don't have enough time to go pick it up. They're scheduling it too quickly, and it's going to be too quick for me. I can't go pick it up on time, so I got to turn that down and just tell them that I can't pick it up on time, or I can't deliver it on time. Whatever the reason is, a lot of it is on the drop-down menu. You just click on it. Hey, this is it. I'm turning it down. Or, yes, I accept it. The thing of it is you got to remember what the load number was, or you're going to end up you'll start doing the acceptance deal, and then the last thing they ask you is, what's the load number? The stupid computer ought to know that already, but it don't. You got to remember that load number. So hang on. This is what I do. I write down everything as far as the load number is concerned. I got the load number up here. I got who it's picking up from, who it's delivering to, any pickup numbers, and purchase order numbers. I've learned to write down both of those because some companies, they get these backwards, and you'll have the pickup number, and you'll have to walk all the way back out to your truck and come back again and and get the other number. Write down the trailer number that you got. I write down how many empty miles, how many full miles. Anything. Whenever I go into the store, they tell me, you see lot 201, they've told me where they want this thing, the empty or the full or whatever. That's where they want it put. So I write down anything and everything, but mainly the things that I write down. All of my loads are like this, so I write them all down. You see the trailer number up here at the top. They're always going to ask you, what's your empty trailer number? And you go, I just picked the thing up. I don't know what it was. Write it down. The load number, who you're picking up from, what time you need to pick it up, who it's delivering to, what day and time it's going to deliver to, your empty miles and your full miles. Write all this stuff down. Anyway, it ain't going to hurt you. I've got a notebook, and you see I've dog-eared the heck out of it, and I've gone through a considerable amount of it. But anyway, that's what I do. they depend on you to do a lot of the the ciphering and the figuring for yourself, where other companies will do it for you. The company I was with before, they'd send you a load sheet. You couldn't turn it down. No, what you got's what you got. If you didn't like it, you could grumble and gripe all you wanted to, and take it out on your dispatcher or driver manager, or CRETE calls those asset managers. So we are assets to them. Long story. It's play on words. Anyway, those are some of the things that you're going to run into right off the bat. I will tell you that about over 75% of CRETE's business is going to be east of the Mississippi. So you're, unless you live on the West Coast somewhere, most of what you're going to do, if you live anywhere east of the Mississippi, that's where you're going to most of the time be running. I kind of found a way around that, in that they asked me to go to North Platte, and I liked it so much I stayed there. They also asked, and I spent a month out there. They sent me to the one in Wisconsin. It'll come to me in a minute. Anyway, I totally did not like that. Most of the loads there load out after 4 o'clock in the afternoon, from 4 o'clock till 11 o'clock. So it's putting you driving at night. I get up at 3 o'clock in anytime. Uh, that's I did not like the one there. If you're a nighttime driver, you like driving at night, then the one up there in Wisconsin, that may be something that you're interested in. The one in Cheyenne, I really, really have liked it out there. I fell in. I like the people. I like the people in North Platte too. I like the loads. I like where it's going. I like the country out there. I like that there's, out of Cheyenne, the only real traffic that you run into is when you go down to Denver or go through Denver. But compared to anything on the East Coast, the traffic in Denver is a piece of cake. So I have no problems with it. So I have fell in real good there. The other thing that's good about running Walmart loads is no paperwork. You don't have to fill out trip sheets. You don't have to fax in anything. You don't have to transflow anything. They give you the papers that tells you what trailer you're going and what stores you're going to. And when you go to the store, you sign off and the store manager signs off. You bring that back and hand it in to the guard, and you're done. There's no paperwork. I'm loving it. So, the Walmart loads are not for everybody, but as you can tell, I like to talk. I like to talk to people. I like to meet people. To me, every time I go to a Walmart, it's a different shift than it was the time I was there before. Totally different, even though it may be the same store, totally different people. So I get along real well. Most of the time, they're real friendly and happy to see you, and occasionally, through the crunch of the holidays, it got real hectic, and Walmart was push, trying to keep these stores fully stocked as long as they could, and for the holidays, and so it got real busy, and everybody's tension kind of got up. But you can calm that down. It's up to you to kind of calm it down when you get there and make light of it. Say, hey, I'm so happy that you're glad to see me. I've been wanting to see you too, and just smile and and they have a rule that they got to get you in and out within 30 minutes. So that's kind of a Walmart store rule, and it's amongst all of them. So when you back up and they, they hear your brakes pop, that you've backed up to the door, then uh, they know they got to go. Somebody's got to go to work pretty quick to get you unloaded and get you out of there. So anyway, those are some of the things that you're going to run into that's different. So I got to get off of here. My 15 minutes is up. Thank you for watching. I hope this has been informative. I will talk to you again soon.